I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. Here. The line. You man so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football. What's up, everybody? Another week of football is in the book. We got one more game. But it was an insane weekend of football, man. Sean, what's up, man?
I'm great. I'm feeling so good today. Oh my goodness. Woo!
Here he go with the
Left
madness
hand
already.
up.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on up in here. Let me go ahead and tag everybody. I'm gonna need my reinforcements, man.
Let's go.
Where my people's at, man. I'm gonna need my reinforcements today because Sean on a whole nother level today.
Oh yeah. And I'm waiting for some of our fans in this joint. I need some of them dirty birds to show up because I got a little something for them. That's all we're gonna say.
Oh, here you go. Luckily, they got a last-minute interception. It's okay. It's all right.
That was beautiful.
It is okay.
Bend but don't break. That's what I call that.
Here we go with the madness, man.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go with the madness. Ladies and gentlemen, get on up in here because Sean is getting ready to go absolutely bananas, and I need y'all to witness this. I need y'all to witness this.
Let's go.
Man.
I'm hyped.
Oh, I know you hype. I know
hyped.
you hype. Get on up in here, ladies and gentlemen, because y'all know I got some things to say. Get on up in here. I'm tagging everybody, man. What's up? What's up, y'all? Come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's starting already.
Let's go.
He's starting already.
Hold on, let me get some of my Washington fans in here real quick.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Some
go.
of my
I made sure I
Washington
tagged
fans in here.
every fan other than a Washington fan. Man.
Let's get it.
Oh, man. It's going down. What's up, Sydney? What's up, man?
Let him know.
Please help me calm this man down.
Left hand up.
The script we got tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he's lost his mind already.
Come on now.
Can determine, does that make me crazy? Sean is crazy. But it's okay, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about it. Look. We're going to talk about it. Hey, get on up in here, ladies and gentlemen. I am hype. I am hype.
Yo, Nay. Yo, real quick, man. How was your Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely a freaking amazing, man. It was a good Thanksgiving. Super relaxing. Quinn's first Thanksgiving. I had both families come together. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful holiday. How about you, man?
I love that. Oh, always good. Kept it simple. You know what I mean? Got to spend time with Kat and her sister. Her twin was in town, so got to chill and do that.
Okay.
The fam, the whole nine,
Double trouble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was up there.
Together. I know when the sisters get together, it's double trouble.
You see my face. Look, I was up at 4:00 this morning giving her a ride to Dulles because she had a 6:30 flight.
Woo.
And she was like, oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I was like, I need to make sure you get on this plane.
I know that's right. Get on the plane.
You got to go. All right. You ain't got to go home.
See, that's
but you got to get out of here.
Bringing family together, dealing with all the family. Come on. We hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We're getting ready to kick this thing off, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're ready to go, Sean. You ready?
Let's get it. Oh, you know I'm ready. You ready, though?
No, I'm ready. I can't wait for you today. I can't
Let's go.
wait. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
Yay!
The best show in Northern Virginia. If you haven't heard, now you know that me and this man right here, man, we get down. We like to talk about the game of football. So welcome to Let's Talk Football. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's
I'm hyped.
go.
I'm hyped. I'm glad you guys can join us. I appreciate y'all being here with us.
Let's go.
Because it feels good. It feels good.
It feels good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I'm not sleeping on the Chiefs, man. I'm not sleeping on them. Hey, but they definitely got some competition now in that AFC. They
But hey,
ain't the only top tier team in the AFC anymore.
watch out. They're the most consistent. And we definitely going to talk about that coming forward because all these AFC teams that we thought were studs, they ain't doing
You
it.
think that this past weekend was a consistent game? It really wasn't too much offense being played.
A dub is a dub. You know my
That's
phrase.
what I'm talking about. Ash, we them boys. Yep. We them boys.
Ash,
we're going to talk about it, Ash.
We nipping on your heels, Ash.
Because my man over here, he's delusional.
Left hand up.
Talk about it. Y'all just steadfast with us. Hold on. Because it's going down today. It's going down. All right, Sean, let's get into it.
Let's get right into it. Overreaction Monday. Welcome to the show this Monday. We appreciate you being here with us. You know what this week has been. This week has been Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving like Janae and myself did. But one of the best parts about it, you got family, you got friends, you got food, all the good F's. But the other F is football, ladies and gentlemen.
Football!
Yay!
Man, beautiful thing, Sean. Beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah. I know it's beautiful for you. But, let's get into it. There was 3 games on the docket. Bills beat the Lions. Dallas beat the Giants. And Minnesota beat the Patriots. We're going to start with that first game, Janae. We'll give the Lions their credit. We'll give them their due.
The Lions came to play.
They came to play. But how many times is Josh Allen going to make us have to sweat to the very end of the game? What's going on with your boy?
Hey. There's plenty of teams in the league that are sweating until the very end of the game, Sean. Plenty of teams that are taking W's, sweating all the way to the fourth quarter, but getting W's, right? So we got to give the Bills a chance. They are still the Bills. They're getting W's, no matter how dirty and grimy it is. I actually enjoyed the game. I did not think it was a bad game. I just think that I don't understand what's the problem between Josh Allen and Diggs, why they're not connecting like they would normally connect. It's a little weird to me.
Yeah. Is there something in-house? Is there something going on? Because you see the flashy stuff. You see Josh Allen connecting. You see Diggs doing all the things, getting all hot, all hyped or whatever. But, it goes back to that playoff game a year ago where Diggs had 3 catches for 7 yards. You know what I mean? Like, what is there trouble in the water?
Hey, well, I think the only remedy that they can do, only recipe that you need to be doing is incorporating Diggs. Yeah. And you saw Diggs coming at the coach like, I want the ball. I want the ball. Like, I felt like these last couple weeks, I don't know whether Josh Allen and Diggs ain't connecting the way they connect. I mean, they're connecting, but later. And like you said, three touches for him is not enough. No, Diggs is a top-tier wide receiver that should be getting the ball a lot. And I don't think the defenses are shutting them down, so I don't understand what's happening or why the plays aren't coming out the way they need to come out. But they're getting W's, Sean. That's all that matters.
They're getting dubs. But the same issues that we had before are still there. Josh Allen is the running game. He had 253 in the air, but he also had 78 yards and led the team in rushing.
Yes, he did.
Look, he's that guy. He can take over the game. He can take your team, lead your team. But I wonder how long that's going to last. I wonder, if his health will become an issue going down the stretch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that. At
the end of the day, he was right. They got the dub. They got the dub.
And the Lions are in every game. The Lions are playing. They are trying to contend. And they won 3 in a row, right? They won 3 in a row before this. Right. So I don't want us to say, the Lions are back to slump, but they kept it with the Bills. They kept up with the Bills.
That's the thing. Like, let's be very honest. Up until, and I was with Kat, I was sitting here like, dude, the Lions are going to win this game.
Absolutely.
And obviously, she, as a typical Lions fan, pessimism took over. She said, we're going to find a way to lose it. So I can't say
But
anything.
At least Kat is honest. The thing is, she does not get excited for any game, ladies and gentlemen. She's a Lions fan. She doesn't get too hyped, but her team's been pulling it off, man. That's what I like about Kat. She's realistic. People praise Lamar for rushing, but not Josh. Thank you. I mean, hey, and he's a big man. To me, I feel like Josh Allen is like a Ben Roethlisberger that can run. Like, I wouldn't stop him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's like saying you want to. I think that we are now in the era where we need to stop worrying about how quarterbacks are running their play.
There it is.
They're gonna run. That's gonna be their run. If they can't run scared, we're not telling Jalen Hurts to stop running. That's their game. They need Josh Allen to run. The running game hasn't always been stout with the Bills. He's had to be everything. And I feel like, when you have to be everything for a team, a lot of times it can become a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But I think Josh Allen's doing it. He's getting the dubs.
Yeah, he's getting the dub. And look, when it comes to this conversation, that you said it, you hit the nail on the head. If he's getting the dub and he's leading you to victories, why are we complaining? Now,
And
on the flip
all
side,
that matters.
Right. Now, on the flip side, the Ravens have been struggling as of late. They lost another close one, this time to the Jaguars. And a lot of people are putting it on Lamar, which I don't think is fair, because if Josh Allen loses, then we can put it on the receivers, the running game, the defense. But when Lamar loses, it's all Lamar.
It's all on Lamar.
It's
all on Lamar. And that was a good game. I mean, the thing is, the Jaguars are also a team that you can't sleep on.
Right.
The Jaguars are also a team that is high-powered. They haven't put it together for every game yet, but they can show up. The Jaguars can show up and play you. They just got the better of Lamar. We'll talk about the playoffs and later on in the show, but do you honestly feel like these quarterbacks should stop running and more throw when it's turning into what college looks like? These college quarterbacks are coming out and their game is running and throwing. I just feel like it's more entertaining.
It is. It's a double standard all the way around the league, if you really think about it. Nobody gets on Russell Wilson when he was in Seattle running and doing all that,
Absolutely.
but they jumped all over RG3.
Absolutely.
People don't get on Mahomes for doing all the crazy scrambling and running 10 yards back, because he'll chuck it down the field and he's successful. If you're successful, that will shut down the conversation. And look, everybody wants this young guy. Look, gone are the days when people wanted Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers. And mad respect, they're still getting it done. But people want the guy that's mobile, that's young, that's durable. That's the Lamar. That's the Josh Allen.
Absolutely right.
That's these guys.
You are absolutely right. I think that they have changed the game, and I actually think it's working. It's not going to work every game. It's not, but if the quarterback has wheels, let him ride. I don't even understand why it's even a conversation. Josh Allen is a massive player who is competitive, not afraid to mush players, not afraid to hit. It's football, ladies and gentlemen. It's football. And, I enjoyed it. Bills can't pass the Chiefs in the hey, they almost
what up, Jeff?
did. Hey, Jeff, my man Jeff. They almost did it last year. Don't act like you had to have 40 seconds left in the game to be able to come back. And you were shaking in your boots, Jeff. You were shaking in your boots, Chief fan.
Hey, Janae, speaking of a team that almost won in a playoff game last year, the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
You are such a hater. Such a hater.
Left hand up.
We got the dub. We got the dub. Shout out to my Cowboys, man. And Sean, I can be honest. I was a little nervous the first half. I felt like we were doing the typical Cowboy thing, playing to the other team's potential. Not our potential, but we play to our competition. And I hate when we do that. But I don't know what the conversation was. Maybe McCarthy was hitting some watermelons in the locker room, to fire the team up. But it worked because we came out in the second half. Dak Prescott looked amazing. CeeDee Lamb looked good. Michael Gallup looked good. We were starting to see what we were seeing from the Vikings. Like, you can't go from the Vikings. What's up, man? We can't go from the Vikings and then go to the Giants and then just play subpar. But I felt like on the second half, man, that's the team I want to see every week. That's the team that's going to see Washington.
Okay, I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Hey, how many points we put up on you last year?
Last year? Wait.
50 burger?
Was that when we were dealing with half a team through the COVID?
Excuses. 50 points on a national football team and no excuses. No excuses.
No excuses?
Stand up, left hand up. Who are we?
You so hyped.
Go.
You wanted to
Let's
play that right there.
go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna cool myself down. Washington fans are delirious, but it's okay. I will take my dub and I'll keep moving on. I keep
Oh my
moving on.
goodness.
Somebody's got to play that team twice coming up. That we
Oh
just.
yeah.
So I hope y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you win both of them, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I know you with it. Hey, as a matter of fact, I think this is the best comment we've had all day. Janae, are you cheering for Washington? Looks like you're wearing them Washington colors.
No, no,
That's my
baby,
baby.
no, baby.
Thank you.
Don't knock my fly, man. I'm just being me. This ain't Washington colors. Oh no. Oh, do I gotta strip down naked on the show? Don't play with me, y'all.
Let's
Don't play
go.
with me. Hey, we got to get on to the third game of the night, which was very good. Hey, every team is legit until the boys beat them. All of a sudden, the team we beat isn't good anymore. It happens every time, J Red.
Hey,
It happens every time. If we lose, Sean is. When we win, which is most of the time, we only got 3 losses, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I don't ever hear from my boy.
Who did you lose to? Did you lose to the Eagles? I don't know. I don't remember. Did we lose to the? Oh, we didn't. Okay. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Because you know we didn't have our starting quarterback in. We didn't have our starting quarterback.
Excuses.
Didn't have our starting. Get on to the last game of Thanksgiving, bruh. Get on to the last game.
In a game where we found out a couple things. We found out the Vikings they're fairly legit, and we found out Kirk Cousins needs to go to his dentist to get a grill. Because apparently that's where he's going next. The Minnesota Vikings beat Bill Belichick and the Patriots 33-26. That was huge.
That was huge. And the thing is, coming off of a loss so bad.
Wait.
Historic loss.
Yeah, I was about to say, it wasn't a loss. That was a sacrifice.
Historic just. But it also shows that the Vikings can come back. You still can't sleep on them. You can't take what Cowboys did and think that you're going to actually be able to emulate what they did.
Point.
Clearly, the Patriots, who have been doing pretty darn well the last couple games, couldn't do it. And I feel like Cousins, I'm proud of him because normally a quarterback would try to let that go to his head. No touchdowns. You know, you got depleted. Your team literally got stomped. You came out there. You showed the world that you're still the Vikings. You still should be in contention. And I mean, dang, Sean, what they're 9-2?
Yeah. No. 9-2. 9-2. Yeah.
9-2. They're still 9-2. So regardless of what has happened in the season, they're still damn 9-2. They're killing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And see, that's the bottom line, man. These are those type of games that you have to have. We've seen them get stomped before. We've seen them go through this before and then kind of just fall off. Yes. You know what I mean? But to have this W, and not only to have this W, but to have it on prime time. We all know Kirk Cousins' criticisms is that he can't play on prime time. But for him to get this and to be the late night game, get the W over, like you said, a solid Patriots team, hey, that says something about the Vikings.
Got to shout him out. Him out. You know, not every team can beat the Vikings. Did Washington beat them?
Okay. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing. Bang, bang. Nice shot.
Bang, bang.
Lucky today I'm not coming for you today. I got other people I got to deal with.
I got you.
Yo, but hey, they're running away with the division. As we know, the Packers and the Lions and the Bears are all terrible.
Depleted.
You know, with maxing out, I think 4 wins is the lead in that.
We'll talk about those teams in one of our segments today.
Right. They're down the line. But yo, shout out to Minnesota. Now for the Patriots, we talked about them being one of the teams that we weren't confident was going to stay in that playoff hunt. Absolutely. And hey, you cannot afford to lose games late in the season. I mean, we're almost in December.
But that's why I said, are we giving the Patriots a break? I mean, we are talking about a Vikings team who is 9-2. Exactly. They are a good team.
Exactly.
I don't think that the Patriots, I think that they are better than last year. Don't get me wrong. They're better than last year. They're starting to click on some cylinders. I just don't think that the Patriots are top notch like people think they are.
Right.
They're able to play a game. Don't get me wrong. The defense has been playing. I just don't think that offensively they can keep up with the best in the AFC right now.
It's just not consistent. I mean, Mac Jones had almost 400 yards, but a lot of that was coming back. A lot of that was trying to put this thing up there. I don't even think they're 100% sold on Mac Jones.
I don't think so either.
You know?
I don't think so either.
We know they got that backup behind the Bailey Zappi, who's did solid things in his college career coming into the pros. And he's won a couple games earlier this year. So, I know Mac Jones is looking over his shoulder, but in this league, a win is what you're shooting for. The stats are nice, but if you don't get the W, he might be on the chopping block. So
That's what happens. Shout out to the Vikings, man. Shout out to the Vikings. Do you feel like they back, Sean? Do you think that the Vikings are back? I mean, it sucks that you can even say back. Do you feel like the Vikings learned from what they did with us and can actually clear all that stuff out of their mind and really can compete for the rest of the season?
Honestly, I think the Vikings, they're better than we thought they were. I don't think that's saying much coming from that division that is so bad this year.
Yeah, that's true.
If they're going toe, and I understand they beat Green Bay, but if they're going toe to toe with them on a solid year, like a year ago, then I think that's a different conversation. Mind you, they beat them last year.
Absolutely.
But I'm wondering if we'll see if they can sustain it going forward and going into the playoffs, because, hey, like you said, like they lost, they barely beat us. They were down 17-7 in the fourth, and then we threw an interception, gave them an opportunity to get back in the game. They then went to you guys and got slaughtered. So this is a good game to see that they're coming back.
But they also beat the Bills. They beat a top-tier team.
That's true.
On the AFC side. I mean,
that's true. They came from behind to do that too.
They came from behind. Yeah. Like, are we willing to say that they are contenders? I just want to. What's up, Wendy? I just want to see if it's like a fluke. Are they having a fluke season where they'll do what they do typically, like the Cowboys in the playoffs, and just not do anything? Or are they really contenders? Because everybody can have a bad game, Sean. Right. I mean, not as bad as that, but they had a bad game. But everybody can have it, and they've only had 2. Right. 9-2. That is a great team.
Yeah, and well, I can't say that because we allowed them to beat us. So I was going to say the NFC East has their number, but we don't.
It's okay. It's okay. You guys got a few numbers. But, Sean, let's get on to the next segment because I know you got things you want to talk about.
I'm glad you mentioned that we got a few numbers because we got a couple numbers this last weekend. Anthony, I'm glad you are here in the comments. I don't have to talk trash. That's not me. That's not me. I'll just let what you guys said.
That's not you?
No, it's not. I'm going to let what you guys said just come back. We'll see what happens. I'm glad you're here, Zagdiff. I'm glad you're here because that pain's coming.
The pain is not coming, man. The pain is not freaking coming.
Wait. Commanders are taking that L. Okay, because we playing Kyle Yates and the Falcons.
There we go. Yes, absolutely. I think
coming for y'all. That's all I gotta say.
Kyle. We definitely gonna talk about that because you know the Dirty Bird's gonna win.
Stand up, left hand up. Who are we?
Let's go.
How you always got clips and props
the Commanders.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's go.
Thank you, and thank you. Hey, look. They took it like a champ. The thing is that tip. How can you control it? How can you control it? It's not on Mariota. I just think that it's just how the cards fell. It's just
I'll even go one step further. I got my gloating and all that stuff out. But like I was talking to Will, I'm not excited about this game. We should have lost that game. They drove down the field, and to be honest, it was play calling. If they run the ball, we couldn't stop Mariota. We couldn't stop the running game at all.
Every single time, and you decide to throw it at the end, it just doesn't make any sense. But at the end of the day, you guys got the dub. That's what it's about. Wins and losses.
Yeah.
And it sucks to lose in that fashion. I feel for all Atlanta fans. I know you guys were hoping for a comeback. But Washington did it. And I think, Sean, that I don't think it's Heineke. I don't think it's Heineke. I'm not on the Heineke bandwagon. But I feel like your defense is fired up.
There it is.
It has nothing to do with Heineke. I just feel like the defense first is waiting for their boy to come back. I
Yeah.
know they're just biting on their nails waiting for him to come back. But I feel like they want to show him that they can hold it down until he gets back. Chase
There it
Young is
is.
coming back. The defense is fired up. I feel like y'all do have an aura. Y'all have an aura around you that is hype. But ladies and gentlemen, I just don't. I'm not on that bandwagon. I'm not on the bandwagon.
Let's go ahead and put the question up, Janae. Is Washington the hottest team in football right now? And let me preface it by saying this.
Please write in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, fire his butt up with the hottest team in football.
Listen, okay? I will tell you this. Where did we start the season, Janae? Where did we start? We were 1-4. 1-4, okay? Barely beat Chicago to get the dub. Then had to come in there, beat Green Bay. Then had to come in there, get these 3 Vicks. Then lose a game that we should have won against the Vikings. Shout out to them. And then got 3 more. Now, you say the Texans. You like to throw out that Texans game. Why don't we talk about that Philly game where we shut down that offense? Can we talk about that? Or let's talk about Atlanta. Atlanta's one of the top 5 rushing teams in the league. And we shut it. Their play calling shut it down, but we helped to shut that thing down. All right. But I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I agree with you. It's not Taylor. Now, what I will say about Taylor is this: Taylor, there's something that like he has that childhood spirit, that energy, that excitement.
He
know
does.
what I mean?
He
and
does.
the guys feed off of that.
They do.
Point blank. Period.
They do.
The guys
They do.
are all on board with that, and you can't overlook that. I mean, right here, 6-1 in the last 7 games. 2 different streaks of 3 wins in a row. You can't deny that, Janae.
We can deny it. If you go up, yes, you beat. I'm not going to take anything away from you. You beat the Eagles, which I wish that I wish that you didn't, but you did. You beat the Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, they won against the Eagles. But we have to remember that Washington has listen to this, Sean. Just give me this. There's only been 1 game. How many weeks are we? 12?
Mm-hmm.
1 game where you scored over 23 points. How can you keep up with a high-powered offense other than a luck of the draw where you can beat? You beat Philly. I will give you that. You beat Philadelphia, who is an undefeated team. We have all been there. I know y'all remember when my team took it to the Saints after 13 weeks. We have all been there. But do you really think that Washington can keep up with a high-powered offense consistently? You haven't even scored more than 23 points. And that 27 points came in like week 2. 23 points.
Listen. First week we scored 28, okay? We scored, again, 27 against Detroit. They have the best offense in the league for a while. I know definitely at that particular point they did. We came within the last play of the game against the Titans, who are, second in the AFC on the playoff side. You talk about that game against Philly, and everybody can get that. And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt being that it was a divisional game. But if you keep that offense off the field, consistently running the ball, it's the same thing we did to Tom Brady a year ago. You keep him off the field by running the ball. You win the turnover battle. And you consistently run the rock. I'm telling you,
what did you do the very next week against the Cowboys? Score 10 points. When you got to come against a legit offense, which you will again,
who's our quarterback?
Do it.
Who's our quarterback in that game?
And that don't even matter. Who was our quarterback in that game? Who was Dallas's quarterback in that game?
That's number 1.
Rush.
Number 2. Let's go back to that 1-4 start. You want to talk about what you guys did in that 1-4 start? The game, first and foremost, at the half, that game was about 4 or 5 point game that we could have turned around, but we don't need to go down that road. And that 1-4 start, you're absolutely right. We couldn't get much but more than 10 points. Now you notice our defense has gotten a lot better. We're top 10 in passing yards against us a game.
The defense has gotten much
a game, rushing yards a game. We're top 10 total defense in the league, and that's without Chase Young. We have Derek Forrest and not St. Juice, I think it's Fuller, that are top 5 in the DB percentage and how high the DBs are.
Absolutely.
So it's the team. We're coming together at the right time. Do I think it's possible? Absolutely. I definitely think it is because that defense is keeping us in ball games. You're
But
asking
if
me.
you're going against a high-powered offensive line like the Cowboys or like the San Francisco, you're not going to be able to do it, and you know it.
Janae, if you're not on the field,
scraping by.
you're
barely scraping by.
Oh my goodness, Janae.
You're
Janae,
barely
they're victories.
scraping
These
by.
are W's.
You're getting, and I will give you that. You're getting, but you're not blowing teams out. You're getting to the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, and can capitalize off for 2 minutes. But you're gonna play a high-powered offense like a team I'm graced to love, and we're gonna take you down. And you know this.
Get out of here. You know it's not true. You know it's not true.
What
we
do you
are
think
playing
gonna
out of
happen
our
the
mind
next
right
time
now.
y'all play Philly? You think y'all gonna take it to them like y'all did before?
We don't play Philly no more. We got New York both.
Oh yeah. Y'all tied up.
Yeah,
New
and
York
then we got
twice.
y'all late. Yeah.
You gonna lose all those?
No. Wow. No. First and foremost, and if y'all didn't have that second half that you did, y'all would have lost that daggone game to the Giants. Let's go there first and foremost. Secondly, the time is coming. Daniel Jones is going to fall.
What do you mean we barely lost to the Giants? We got them by 2 touchdowns, and at the very last second, like 3 seconds left in the game, they scored a touchdown to make it 20-28. We took off in the second half.
In the second half, what happened in that first half when y'all was struggling?
But
so we can't talk about the first half.
Touchdowns, not just to make it at the end of the game. Consistent touchdowns. Can your team get consistent TDs?
Yes.
Watch what we about to do to the Colts. Watch what we about to do to the Colts on Sunday, and you compare your one point win to them.
Philly beat them by 1.
You can't take it to the champs.
Yo, oh my God. I'm so glad you're talking
NFC
all this mess.
East
I'm so glad you talking this mess. I told you when we were 1-4, we were climbing the ladder.
I told Sean before week 1 even started that the Cowboys was going to not only, I truly believe we probably won't win the whole NFC. I'm hoping, but we're going to beat them twice. We already did it once, and it's coming back. Have my $20 ready. Have my $20 ready, bro.
Ain't gonna happen. You gonna give me that money. We're gonna see. Hey, look, but this is I love this, and you're absolutely right. Dave.
Thank you.
Love the enthusiasm, but let's not forget the NFC has 4 of the 5 easiest schedules in the league. Absolutely. Easy. That's why all of us are in this position. However, at the end of the day, we broke it down a week ago. Good defense, solid run game, good coaching. All 4 of these teams have that. Now, these divisional matchups are going to be tough. They're going to be tougher. You talk about these high-powered offenses. Do we consider I said the Lions, they put up a bunch. They put up 22 in the first. Do we consider Philly a high-powered offense? Do we consider Minnesota high-powered offense? Now, I understand what y'all did to them, but we had them 7 points for 3 quarters, for 4 going into the
Those
fourth.
are high-powered offenses.
Right, and we shut them down until we gave the game away.
Here we go, ladies
I'm
and
just
gentlemen.
saying. I mean, come on, let's look at Atlanta,
I hear what David said, but who had the worst out of all of it? All the schedules. The Cowboys did. We had the worst.
I think we were tied. No. We were tied because we were the worst.
We had the worst.
That's not something to brag about, Janae.
As you can see, we fired up today, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm only fired up because the team that's last in my division got so much to say. And Dallas is going to stop them out.
Who are we? The Commanders.
I can't even wait, ladies and gentlemen. I've been licking my fingers up. I'm ready for Washington.
I'm glad you're ready because we coming. You already know what it is.
Hottest team in football. You hear what he just asked?
You already know what it is.
The hottest team.
You already know what it is. Right now, playing better. Only team, and I'll shout out to Jeff. The only team that is playing as energized and as together and on point as we are at this particular point in time, and over the last 7 weeks, is the Kansas City Chiefs. They won 8 out of their last 7. We've won 6 out of our last 7.
Who did you play? Who did you play?
So does that diminish the victory? We played Philly. We played Atlanta, who was a playoff team.
Atlanta sucks.
They're tied for the first of the division.
And what's the highest game they got? 6-5?
Don't worry about all that. Okay. All day, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, Jay.
Why when Sean says we gave the game away, it's here we go. But when y'all lost to the Eagles, we didn't have our QB. It's facts. It's facts. If we had a quarterback in that game that could have kept up, both of y'all
had
had
Cooper.
starting players out there.
You had Cooper Rush.
That's not a starting quarterback.
Oh, wait. Who we had? You said we had a starting quarterback? Who's our starting quarterback?
Oh, here you go. The last 7 games, who you had?
Is he a backup or a starter? Is he a
quarterback.
backup or is he a starter? You tell me.
Who started for y'all last year?
Taylor Heineke, because we didn't have.
So
Carson
what are we
Wentz.
talking about? Did he
We didn't have Carson Wentz.
He's played for y'all 7 games.
Yeah. On the depth chart, who started the season? Carson. He got hurt. Taylor came in. Taylor played well. Taylor gets to keep the job. That's what it is. You know what?
But for you to say the hottest team right now, how are you more hot than the Vikings? They've only lost 2 games in the total year. You talk about 7 games, 2 games all year, and you're the hottest team?
Okay, so the Vikings have won all these one-loss games, and you don't give them any slight for winning the one-loss games. But because we get or these one-score games, but when we do it, oh, you ain't beat anybody. Why is there a double standard there, Janae? Tell me that.
I'm talking about a team that's got 5 losses could not be the hottest team in football. I don't care if you won 6 of the last 7. I don't care. There's teams that's been consistently dominating. We'll give the Vikings over y'all easily. Easily. The Vikings just lost to us, but that was just 1 loss. How we gonna look? The only true win is against Buffalo. I'll be okay with that. But the only true win that Washington got is against Eagles. True win?
Does it count? Does it count that they had not lost? Does it count that when we played the Vikings, they had 1 loss and we took them to the final drive of the game? Why aren't you giving us credit for what we did in these games, Janae? I just want to know that. I mean, I don't
Atlanta
understand.
is trash. We can go ahead and they're 500 team. Stop it. Stop trying to act like
Can
they're
we go back to the
top tier
video where
from
you
the-
said they were going to win? Can we
Texas,
go back to that?
I want everybody to beat you. I want everybody to beat you. The
Don't
Texans.
tell me the Texans.
How many
Don't
games
give
the
me the
Texans won? How many games the Texans won?
So is everybody that beat Philly barely beat the
game.
Texans. The
And
Philly
y'all the hottest team in the league because you beat a team with 1.
We on fire. We on fire. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because we coming for you. And when that blaze comes, you're going to be scorched. That's all I'm going to say. We need to move on, ladies and gentlemen, because I ain't going to do this today. I'm in the church, and I'm getting unholy.
You're getting fired up. You're getting fired up. And I want to see it because I want to make all Washington fans pissed.
Let's go. Let's go. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we got to move on. Yo, let's get it. Yo, we got to talk about this. The Jets 7-4. They are now the 7th seed in the playoffs, but they have chosen to move on without Zach Wilson. Mike White got in the game, was able to get the W and blow out a very tough, struggling Bears team. No,
look way better than Zach ever did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was Mike White could be a problem.
I'm telling you. And look, let's remember what he did a year ago against the Bengals.
Yes.
Where he had that huge game and got the upset victory. You know what I mean? Like Mike White.
3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. I mean, the Bears defense is not that bad. I mean, he did a good job for your first game coming in, and they will not win without Zach Wilson. I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to win with him.
Let's ask this. Let's ask this, Nathan. Was Zach Wilson the reason why they were winning before? Because I think that's the question. Yeah, I agree. I think it's the running game.
Is why they've been holding it down.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
The defense. Zach Wilson. I mean, I'm not against Zach Wilson because I also believe that you need more time. Hey, I enjoy that you enjoy watching us, Jeff. You my man.
Oh yeah. Yo.
Hey, but I just feel like we put so much blame on the new quarterbacks when we should be looking at them develop. But you see, they're not a type of team that lets quarterbacks develop.
Right.
They got rid of Sam Darnold. They're doing it to Zach Wilson. They're just not that type of team. And I also think that Mike White put a fire into the team. He had a little swag when he was out there. I like Mike White.
Right. I do too. It's a cute run to get in the next 2 games. I personally think he can. He said Zach Wilson wasn't starting in the early part of the season because he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt.
That was the only reason he wasn't starting. He was hurt because he went all out in a preseason game and messed up his knee. So that wasn't the reason why they were still getting dubs. Let's not forget when he wasn't in there, they was getting dubs. So this is not one of these situations where like they're picking on the little guy. Zach came in. They have a good team. We've seen it because they are going toe-to-toe in that vaunted AFC East.
Absolutely.
And Zach came in, and even though they might be getting dubs, he's not doing anything. He's not helping at the team consistently.
I don't think so. And I'm normally riding with the quarterback, man. I really wanted Zach Wilson to thrive, but it just got to roll with the hot hand.
Yeah.
Okay, Nathan, do you think that Zach would have done the same thing as Mike White in this game? And I honestly don't think so. I think it would have actually been a much closer game, but the fact that Mike White was out there and did 3 touchdowns, 300 and some yards, I don't think that Zach Wilson would have done that.
Yeah.
What do the Jets do with Mil Hunter now? He's second overall pick. Hey, I don't know. I may be taking that risk too. But the thing is, the Jets are known for just hopping. But they also got a new coach, so we don't know what's going to happen. But maybe the coach sees something that we don't see. And clearly it showed off in game 1.
Well, and that's the thing that I think we're not looking at, is that we're looking at this from our perspective as in, he's the best guy on the team. He's the one who does X, Y, and Z. He's not. This team can win without him. We saw that yesterday.
Absolutely.
And like you said, the coach's job is to find the best guy at the position. He sees this day in and day out.
Absolutely.
So we look at this, from, outside looking in. He's inside that. So he's obviously seeing something and it produced on the field. So
it worked. So like you said, Nathan, we got to see what they'll do for the next 2 games. But I'm excited. I think that the Jets have a legit chance to be in. Like with the way everything's playing out, there's no reason. If you give him a chance, I believe he would have responded to the criticism. I don't know. I think you got to be able to prove yourself early in order to be able to be in the conversation. Right. And I think when you start, showing yourself during interviews and all that stuff, I feel like you got to be proven. You got to be a proven quarterback. And we haven't seen Zach Wilson do anything to show himself approved. Right. That's just like Trey Lance. You think Trey Lance is going to come back?
Yeah. And that's the point.
I don't think so. I think that now that they're running good with Jimmy G, even if Trey Lance came back, it wouldn't work.
And that I think we really got to start killing this narrative where just because a team spent a high draft pick on a quarterback that, they automatically have to go with them regardless. You can't just keep him on the bench. Look, Jordan Love, and in the time that we've seen him, hasn't looked great. Trey Lance, I know he's got talent, but honestly, he hasn't looked great. And the same with Zach Wilson. And it really makes you wonder, you get these quarterbacks very early in the draft, and they're performing like this. It just makes you question some of these picks and, how we look at things. But
sometimes it can work out, though.
Sometimes.
Jalen Hurts. You already saw when Jalen Hurts got picked up and he came in for those couple games, they were already calling for Wynn's job. Yep. Sounds like a little what's happening right now for another team that he's playing for. But it just looks like when you see the spark, you got the spark. But I haven't seen the spark in Zach Wilson. I'm sorry.
Right. John Lynch said, regardless of what happens next year, is Trey Lance's team. But hey,
they say that now. But if you win a Super Bowl.
But even still, that's their organization. I can't control what their organization is in that. Do I think it's the right move? No, not at all. Because tell me what you have seen with the weapons that San Francisco's had that would let you think that Trey Lance is the guy. Last year and this year, and he's gotten time when Jimmy G was hurt. So that's the problem I have.
But there's also nothing wrong with having the backup sit behind the starting quarterback for a few years.
Thank you.
Aaron Rodgers did it. Come on. We're acting like you can't sit under somebody for a little bit to learn.
I don't agree.
Quarterback are not franchise. They're not.
I don't agree. I don't agree in the sense that there are certain quarterbacks that are. There are some quarterbacks that are. Trey Lance and Zach Wilson aren't.
Gyms.
Very true.
And it's hard to find somebody right off the gate. How many quarterbacks do we know that right off the gate were amazing?
Exactly.
Not a lot.
Right.
It's a small group of
It can
the
happen.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, it can happen, but I don't think these guys are that.
And you got to see the spark early. Like, you got to
Yeah.
see the spark. I haven't seen nothing from Zach Wilson to say that he's elite or good or any of those categories because I haven't seen enough. He hasn't shown me that, oh, man, Zach Wilson is a beast. They were really hitting on all cylinders when they had Breece Hall.
Right. Absolutely.
When Breece Hall was churning, the team was doing good. It wasn't because of Zach Wilson.
Right. Yo, that ain't the NFL today. The way to win with the quarterback is on a cheap rookie contract. Yeah.
That's it.
Get him cheap. Don't pay that big dollar for him because, Nathan, like you said before, you don't want the quarterback being the highest paid on the team. So that if he's on a cheap contract, then you can give other guys money that they need to build up around him.
But once you drop that bag, that's it.
It's over. It's over. And
look at Russell Wilson.
There it is.
Once you drop the bag, there's no other option of you going with somebody else.
Oh, yeah. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching with us. That was our first segment of the show. We know it got a little heated, but it needed to happen. It needed to happen. It's only going to get hotter. It's only going to get hotter.
Each week, ladies and gentlemen. Each week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you know why it's going to get hotter, ladies and gentlemen? Because, you know, you know what? My team's going to the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Yep.
I just hope you can win a game, Sean. I just hope you can win a game.
Oh, we gonna win the games, as we've been doing. Yes, but I'm gonna bring this up real quick. We're gonna dive into this a little bit like we did a week ago, talking about the current playoff rankings, and we're gonna go. Let's start here on the left side. Actually, let's start on the right this time. We're gonna start with the NFC. Nothing has changed in the top two. The Eagles and Vikings stay the same. Number 3 switched after that victory a week ago and then another victory yesterday against the Saints. San Francisco jumped up to the 3 spot. Number 4 is the Buccaneers, who are slated to play number 5, the Dallas Cowboys, after their win of the Giants. And look, can we look at 5, 6, and 7, Janae? 5 is the Cowboys.
It looks like the NFC East is dominating up in there.
Let's go. Let's go.
All 4 of the teams that's in my division are currently right now on the playoff chart.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Sean, how did it feel that all the ducks in a row fell in your favor for y'all to get in? Because I know you was hoping that you got to that 7th spot and all the ducks in a row fell into your favor. How you feel, Washington fan?
Look, I don't normally like to really dive into other teams. I like to just kind of do a general watch of the games. But I was into that Raiders game against Seattle, and I was into that San Francisco-New Orleans game. Now, New Orleans, that wasn't a game. They was 13-0. But that Raiders game, that went to overtime.
Top tier game.
Come on, Raiders.
Come on, Jacob. Run.
Let's go.
Run.
And real quick, shout out to Josh Jacobs for that game that he had. Over 300 scrimmage yards. Like, come on, man.
Man, that 86 yards in overtime, running that ball all the way down the field. What a way to win. What a way to win. But Sean, y'all made it. You at the 7th seed right now. Now, I know I'm asking this question. I'm probably going to kick myself in the mouth. Do you feel like you can hold on?
Honestly, I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm going to be honest, okay? And I'm not going to be biased right now. Everything is in front of us. We are 7-5. We are half a game behind the Giants at 7-4. We play the Giants twice. Even if we split that with the Giants, we would stay still, but we're still in there. Yeah, you guys, we have to play you guys eventually. Philly, I think, is out of reach. Philly's going to have to lose out for any of us to really have a chance to touch them right now. In my opinion, I know you guys are 8-3, but look, we've got to all win out. And it's going to come to, I think a playoff berth is going to come to that last week.
Absolutely.
Y'all. I think we're going to have to win those games, those late games, and then the game against y'all to end up getting us in. But it's possible. It's very possible. But Janae, I'm not naive. You know I've been here before. I'm not going to even trip off that because I've been down this road. But we're playing good at the right time.
Absolutely.
But these are games we should have won.
Now, let me ask you. I'm excited. What do you think?
Well, let me ask you this, because you guys are now in the 5 spot, okay? 2 games behind Philly. But You have they have the one over you. You guys play them again soon, right?
We play them again. We play them Christmas game. And I feel like because they got the Titans coming up, we don't know what could happen. I mean, hey, like I said, if they continue to play like they played last night against Green Bay, now let's not forget Green Bay sucks. Green Bay is just horrible. The team is not, but they did beat us. So hey, I'm giving it to it. They definitely beat the Cowboys. So I can understand that. But I do feel like that if the Eagles can get shut down, I think when we play them on Christmas, it'll be the tiebreaker game for us to be able to tie them. And I'm excited about it. I honestly am very excited about what can happen. I just feel like it's going to be a hard road. We got to see some losses. And with Washington creeping up behind everybody and the Eagles not losing, it's going to be a tough one. It's definitely going to be a tough one. But I feel like, odds is in our favor. We can do it. You're having a good season when the whole division is winning games. Hey, that's very true.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Then you can't say it's all fluke. You can't say, oh, well, it's the NFC least. It's the NFC. Clearly, we beasting. We're the best division in the NFC right now.
Right. All of y'all that talking about that NFC least and y'all this and that, go somewhere with that. You've seen what's happening.
It's gone.
Come on now. I love that. Now, Nicole said win is the cutoff. So a certain number of wins, obviously, if a certain number of losses will keep you out. I think 8 is kind of where it's at right now. Most teams with 8 losses, they need a whole lot of help to get in. The cutoff could be right towards the end of the year. Janae was talking about she got the Christmas game. We play Dallas at the end of the season. And
the very last game of the season,
Right. I think it's going to take every one of those games to get in. We go back to a year ago, Nicole. The Steelers got in on the very last day. They had to win in overtime, and they needed like the Chargers and the Raiders not to tie. Like they needed a whole right.
Everything went the right way for the Steelers to be able to get it, and it can happen.
Everything, yeah.
Washington can do it. I mean, especially with Sean, the way the league is playing right now,
they doing it.
I just feel like everybody's got a chance.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit so everybody can see that 8, 9, 10 seeds.
Oh yeah.
So Washington 75. The Seahawks are 6-5. Falcons are 5-7, 4-7. I mean, everybody's not far away from each other. We got 5 games left.
Well, and that's the thing. That's why you cannot afford to fall off. Now, and there's one I want to show up. The Atlanta Falcons went at 5-7 here. If you notice, they are second in the NFC South. One of the things that we got to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen, and Nicole, I want you to pay attention to this. The top 4 teams in each division are the division leaders or the division winners. So at the playoffs, when they come in, the 4 teams that are on the top 4, they get home games. Well, both the first teams of the AFC and NFC get a bye. But then the rest of the teams, 2 through 4, get a home game against the rest of the other teams that are in there. So right now, Philly leads the NFC East, Minnesota the North, 49ers the West, and NFC South is the Buccaneers. But you see, the Bucs are 5-6 after that loss. If the Bucs lose and Atlanta wins, just like that, Atlanta jumps up to the 4 seed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy with these kind of records, man. It's crazy. We're talking about 5-6 team being the number 4 seed right now.
Oh yeah. All 4 NFC East teams are getting in, especially since they have reduced lunch. The 7th playoff.
Absolutely. You want the home advantage. People go. I would say that I personally do not want the home advantage. I am okay if we don't make the number 1 seed, only because I feel like Dallas is not great at home.
Yeah,
I feel like we play better away. And I don't know if I want it all to come through Dallas. I feel like when we play at Dallas, we're everybody's a home team. Dallas can fill up the stadium with half and half, just like Washington. There's no game that lately I've been shocked at the field. Lately, Washington fans been showing up, but usually if I go to a Washington game versus Dallas, it's half and half. It's everybody's home field. So I just feel like we play better when we're away.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. All right, let's flip over to the AFC side.
Whoa,
things have changed. Oh yeah, Chiefs at number 1, and they're doing it. Miami continuing to get the W, even though I noticed we don't talk trash about them, and they beat the Texans. But I digress. The Titans.
They're 8-3, Sean. They won 8 games.
Okay, right. We're 7. We won 7 games.
No, where's your losses, Sean? Why do you always do that?
I'm moving
we won
on.
7 games, and
Why can't we? So you can tell us about all of our losses, but you can't give us no credit for knocking off the only undefeated team in the league. Okay.
Sean, did you give me a break when we beat the Saints at 13-0? Did you give the Cowboys a break? No, I'm not gonna give you a break, jabroni. I'm not gonna give you a break. You don't give my team no break. Matter of fact, anytime my team lose, ladies and gentlemen, the first person that's on my line is Sean Spencer. He think I'm gonna get on this show and be all buddy and cuddly. No, I'm not gonna be cuddly with you, Sean, today.
Let's go.
Today.
Hey, lines have been drawn, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it here first. All right, that's where we stand. All right.
Hey, but Sean, shockingly, the number 4 and 5 seed to me and 6 seed to me, I feel like it's crazy because the Bills being number 5 and the Bengals being number 6, were the Bengals not literally in the championship last year?
Right. Now, they've won their last 3, and some of those games have been without Jamar Chase. So that says something. But Mixon was out. You know, we know Jamar Chase's injuries and things of that nature. Can they keep this up, Janae?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think they could if they continue to do what they do. Higgins is the man. I think they have to continue to be on all cylinders. The Bengals are still a high-powered offense. They can get the job done. It's just like the Bills. What are we going to see when we show up on Sunday? What are we going to see? Are we going to see, a team that we know is dominant that just ain't playing like they're dominant? Are you utilizing all your weapons? It's any given Sunday with the Bills and the Bengals for me. These are 2 teams that literally were at the top tier of the class last year.
Right. And so you see them at 5 and 6. And again, the season is not over. And I don't even know that this really matters as much as this in the seeding, because as we both found out a year ago, it's matchups.
Absolutely.
It's matchups.
Absolutely.
There are teams that play. If Baltimore plays Buffalo seems to have Baltimore's number.
But
then vice versa, the Chiefs seem to know how to get the Bills. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's going to be very interesting. But there's another thing in this that we noticed. So the Patriots were in, and they got bumped out with their loss. Now the New York Jets. Let's go. You know what? I'm going to stand too, Janae. We got to give them credit. Let's give these guys some credit.
Hey, Jets, Jets.
Woo!
I'm hyped just seeing the Jets there. I actually get excited when I see teams that ain't been in a minute. That ain't been. I mean, we're watching a team that's usually a top 3 draft pick every year because they barely win
every year
1 to 3 games a season. We're talking about a Jets team that is 7-4. They got new coaching. They changed some stuff up. I am excited to see what the Jets can do. Even if they don't last long in the playoffs, the Jets are getting to the playoffs, baby.
Oh, yeah. And look, let's be very honest. Just like in the NFC East, where we know each other, we have wins over each other in the division, the Jets have beat Miami. They've beat New England. They had a win over Buffalo. I mean, this is the same situation that we had.
Give it to him, Sean. Give it to him.
I'm serious. Yo, the New York Jets are here to play. And this, I think, is another reason why, not to go back to the Zach Wilson conversation, but the Jets are winning.
Absolutely.
Zach Wilson kind of makes them nervous when they win. Mike White, I can't say he's that much better, but I'm saying that they were moving the ball. How many times have the Jets put up 31? I understand the Bears are, they're rough. They're the second worst team in the league. But that offense was rolling without Breece Hall. So, give credit where credit's due. I think, man, them Jets, they legit.
I think they're a scary team that, just like when nobody thought San Francisco was going to come in and make no noise, San Francisco went all the way.
Absolutely.
And I feel like it is very, very possible that the Jets can shock the world. And I wouldn't be surprised because the way they're playing this year, especially that defense, has been lights out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So let's go down to the on the bubble teams. And as we mentioned before, the Patriots fell out of after that loss against the Vikings. They fell to the 8th spot. The Chargers didn't really move. They are at the 9th spot after their 1-point victory over the Cardinals.
They got
it. The Colts play tonight. Janae, the Colts play tonight. Janae, they almost got it a week ago. Like, the Colts play tonight. Like, are they still in this picture?
They're gonna make Jeff Saturday 2-1 today.
Let's go.
They're gonna make Jeff Saturday 2-1 today. I feel it. Because I mean, honestly, I mean the Colts, I feel like right now they're not playing for anything. They just want to start to feel good and win.
Yep.
You got Matt Ryan off this offseason. You didn't look good at the beginning. You got Jeff Saturday. You fired your coach, got Jeff Saturday. I mean, I just think that they are a team that you should just not sleep on.
Yeah.
I feel like Matt Ryan doesn't want to be disrespected, doesn't want to leave the league in like a negative way. I feel like the Colts, I mean, I think that they could, if they win the next couple games, that like you said, they right back in it.
Yeah, they gotta win out down the line. They gotta keep pushing and keep getting these dubs. And like I said, they have 6 losses right now.
Yep.
The Patriots and the Chargers both have 5 losses. Patriots, Chargers lose, and the Colts keep coming back. All of a sudden,
that tie could mean something.
There
right.
It is. Exactly. That, I think, is going to play a major factor in the AFC playoff hunt this year, because if they get the dub, and we'll talk about it in a minute, they're playing the Steelers tonight. If they're able to get the dub and continue to win, the one thing we say is that Jeff Saturday got these guys believing. He got these guys trying to show something. Like you said, even if we're not winning per se, like even if we don't, we might not have a shot at the playoffs or anything,
we can ruin your
respect.
chances.
Exactly.
We can ruin your chances.
Exactly.
And
watch out.
That tie, Sean.
Yeah.
Didn't that tie help the Steelers last year?
Exactly.
The tie is not a loss, ladies and gentlemen. So they can easily creep back in this thing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is where we are at. And the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are at the 11th spot at 4-7. They got the victory over the Ravens. Nathan, would you care to explain that one? That's all I'm not gonna dog you. I'm not gonna say anything.
He coming for you.
I'm just gonna say, would you like to explain that? I will say something to him, because when we had the Eagles game, he want to come on here and talk about Monday Night Massacre. So talk about your team, bruh. Let's go.
Sean is not taking no cuts today. He's just cutting everybody up. I literally could care less about the AFC. It's for the Chiefs. Hey, I don't know though, man. I don't know. I don't want to say it's for the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs still look good, but I actually this past weekend, I didn't think that was nothing to write home about.
No. Look, but with them, I just can't. I don't know if we can fault them as much, because with them, it's just we know how to win. They lost.
That's true.
Many think is one of their best players, at Tyreek Hill, who's having an amazing season over with the Dolphins, and it's just filling in. They just fill in the next guy, and they keep winning.
Whoever's next, so they can play. Don't get me wrong, they can play, but if we're looking at what they just did last game, what was it? 13 points, Sean?
Yeah.
This is a team that's supposed to be a top-tier offense. They're supposed to be churning. They did get the W now, but look who they were playing. But I just felt like the Chiefs, they could be stopped. I don't think that they are the premier. I actually think Miami, people hate me for this. I think Miami is the premier in the AFC, man. I think Miami is the top tier. Don't shoot the messenger. I just think Miami is the top tier. I think with all of their wide receivers and what Tua is doing, I can't deny that. I can't.
I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Look, I ain't that far off with you. I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs because I've seen what they do year in and year out. But we can't deny Miami, man. Right now, with Tua, with those weapons, come on now.
Killing.
Come on.
Killing.
No. Absolutely killing. Now, one game that we just talked about, so it's a perfect segue. The Steelers play the Colts tonight, Monday Night Football. Janae, Pittsburgh, TJ Watt, they got him back. Still can't seem to get it done. I've heard complaints about their offensive coordinator and how he's calling the plays. I've heard a lot of excuses, a lot of different things. George Pickens from University of Georgia said when he came, he said a comment not too long ago that him coming to the Steelers, it's different because when he was at Georgia, everybody was a stud. And he said it's not the same here at Pittsburgh. So this might just be an off year, but hey, don't count them out. This is a very winnable game.
Yeah, definitely don't count them out. But I feel like this is a rebuilding. The Steelers aren't looking. I mean, of course, I know Tomlin was looking for a win, but I feel like this is what a rebuild looks like. I see the spurts of talent and the things that they can do. I just was looking at the way the AFC is churning. It's going to take a miracle for them to get in.
Absolutely.
It's going to take a miracle.
If you look at it, they are down to the 14th spot.
Yeah, it's going to take a miracle. They got to win out, and they got to hope somebody lose. A whole bunch of teams lose out.
Right.
And I just don't see that this year. But I do think that they have talent. I do see great potential. Mm-hmm. Pickens is a monster. I think that they will eventually get it turning. And I hope not, Nathan. If they blame Mike Tomlin,
that's terrible.
This is what happens when you have a rebuild season. And and it's sad, Nathan, that's probably what's going to happen, but not realizing that this man has never not been to the playoffs.
Never. Right.
Never.
But you know that's why I can't count him out. They have never had a losing season. They have always been in the hunt. Even last year, it took to the literal 11th hour for them to get it. I mean, the clock literally almost struck midnight for them to finally barely get in to the playoffs. So I can't count him out. Tomlin can get those guys together, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. They don't got no ties this year. No one picks Cam Jordan in the pokes Cam Jordan in the eye and gets away with it. Steelers going down. I'm sorry, Sid. Nicole, hey, she coming for blood today.
Right.
She said, look, you don't poke him in the eye and just get away with it. This is a read a book type of Monday Night Football game, meaning you read a book instead of watching it. Jared, everybody needs some love too. Watch some Monday Night Football, baby. Everybody needs some love. I only am excited because I really think, like Sean said, Jeff Saturday got him fired up. Yeah. I think the Colts are one of those teams that can beat you. That can beat you. When you gonna sleep on them, they can beat you. They were close to a lot of teams to winning. I just feel like that's a team you can't sleep on. The Steelers, on the other hand, I don't have that same optimistic as Sean. I really think that this is like the rebuild year, and it's probably not going to get no better. But I feel like next year, you know what you got to work with. Yeah. Now, you also got to determine if Pickett's your guy.
There it is. And so that was going to be one of my questions. If things don't go as planned, if you guys don't make a run, if you stay on like 3, 4, or 5 victories in this season, do you then, in this highly touted quarterback draft that's coming up, do you make a move and potentially get a quarterback and let them kind of fight it out? Or is Pickett your guy and you're sticking with them? Because you're not. I would play competition. The thing is all about winning. And just because a guy's from or went to Pitt, this is a home story and doesn't mean he's automatically going to be your guy. You have to be able to see Pickett in the future. Can he be a top tier premier? It's not like the Steelers don't have a wide receivers. It's not like they don't have a team. Exactly.
He's not churning too much now. Now, I'm not for getting rid of quarterbacks as soon as they mess up or as soon as they have a bad season. But I also feel like if he doesn't do anything this offseason and you don't see anything next year, why hold on to somebody? And why take the risk of missing out on some premier QBs coming out?
Exactly. Right. So, we'll definitely see. He said it's Jeff Saturday, not Jeff Monday night. This game is your token garbage disposal type of variety game. Wow.
Jay Red is coming for him. My boy Jay Red is not playing no games today.
Wow. So we will see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. The Monday Night Football game has already started. The Steelers have the ball and are up 3-0. Currently have a 2nd and 15 on the Indianapolis 29-yard line. So we'll see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Who you calling?
I got Colts in this one, man. I got Colts pulling this out. I think they have the delusion that they have a playoff opportunity. So I think that tie and everything we've talked about
is going to keep
them going.
They're trying.
Look, hold up. He said, I heard Pickett's hand aren't big enough to dap the wide receivers up. Wow. Dang. Oof.
Take my strong hand.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, but hey, speaking of the Steelers, there is a list, ladies and gentlemen, a list that some time ago my team was on, but you see, we have graduated from that list, and not only we graduated, we bypassed the middle of the road teams straight to the playoff hunt. That's the type of team we are. But teams on this list, well, it's mission impossible.
Mission impossible. Teams with the toughest road to get to the playoffs. And the teams that we have on this list, I don't see nobody hopping off. Maybe a miracle or two, but I don't see anybody really moving off the Mission Impossible. Sean, so we got Detroit, Las Vegas, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Cleveland, all at 4-7. Do you see any of the 4-7 teams, Sean, progressing, getting better, maybe making the playoffs? The Raiders?
Look, shout out to the Raiders getting the dub over Seattle. I talked about that. Cleveland getting the win over Tampa Bay. That was huge. You know, getting the score for overtime and then getting it in overtime. Nick Chubb, shout out to him. But I just don't. I don't see those two teams doing it. Detroit, this is probably their best shot. They are one game or half a game ahead of the Packers right now.
A half a game.
Come on. This is improvement. All right. One game better
It's
than
a
a year ago.
championship year right here.
Let's go, Detroit.
Hey, I'm starting to see the paper bags like halfway now.
Right.
Like, all the way.
They're
But
like,
half.
wait a second, we're good. We can see. Yo, shout out to them. Those three, I don't think so. Jacksonville, I'm not done with them yet, but
It'll be a hard road for each of these teams to even try to get out. But it's still fun to even think that they have a chance. But 4-7 at this point, you got 5 games left. Each of these teams would have to win out and hope that one of the teams that's above them goes down.
Right.
But with the way the season is going, ladies and gentlemen, it's anybody's given Sunday.
Very possible.
It's literally anybody's Sunday. You could end up winning 5 games in a row, and people wouldn't even be shocked with the way the league is going. But we got to get on to these other teams, which I feel like were top-tier teams coming into the season. And now Green Bay, Carolina, Arizona, and New Orleans, all 4-8. Green Bay is 4-8. Arizona's 4-8.
Mm-hmm.
What happened, Sean?
I gotta tell you now. Green Bay. I don't know. I've gotten many of arguments with people over this because everybody gives Aaron Rodgers his due. He is the bad man, talent-wise, the best quarterback in the league by far. But something ain't it. And if you're telling me that he ain't got the weapons this year, that's fine. But at the same time, you also want to tell me that Devontae Adams wasn't anything until Rodgers made him better. So why can't he make these other guys better?
And Jordan Love looked pretty good with the wide receivers.
But at the end of the day, there's one thing that they do when they win, and that's run the ball. They need to do that. You have a two-headed monster in A.J. Dillon and Adam Jones. You got to run the ball. I don't understand.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron
Right.
Jones. Thank you.
You're right.
I was thinking of Pac-Man. As soon as I said Adam, I thought Pac-Man.
I love it. No,
Yeah.
but you're right, though. You're definitely right. I think they have to run the ball. They have to run the ball. They were actually doing pretty damn good yesterday running the ball until they stopped trying to give Aaron Rodgers the opportunity to throw, and then he got hurt. Detroit got that remember the Titans feel to them. They could possibly do something. Man, if the Jets and Detroit get into the playoffs,
Come on.
God.
We might need to celebrate just for that.
Hey,
all right?
just for that, we could toast up. We could toast it up.
Oh, yeah. So, at Arizona, look, it's frustrating because they have so much talent. We talked about them the last couple of weeks. They have the talent to do it, but they just can't. They
not converting. It's not converting. And the thing is, they had to use Colt McCoy. But Colt McCoy is a decent enough backup that he could have got the job done.
They lost by a point. They were in this ball game.
Thank you. And I, from looking yesterday, I didn't think that, our boy Murray's back. Didn't think that was all that either. Put me in, coach. That's what I'm talking about, Nicole. I was just like, for me, they're disappointment years. Disappointment because I was expecting so much from Green Bay, Arizona, but I will take it. Stay out of my way so my team can continue to win. So I will take it. I will take it. Hey, but Sean, but we got the Steelers 3-7, Denver and the Rams 3-8, Chicago 3-9, and Houston 1-9-1. We both know that Houston ain't going nowhere, doing nothing. I doubt that they win another game.
Number one pick
for that number one pick.
Yep.
But to see the Rams in this situation where you're the Super Bowl champs. And they are not working with their starting quarterback. But I will say the backup quarterback didn't look that bad. Yeah. You know, it's just, but to me, I feel like seeing the Rams as low as they are, even with Stafford in, it's really kind of like sad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's upsetting because I know we can sit here and talk about Stafford was out and Cooper Kupp potentially is out. I saw Aaron Donald in that game. I saw Jalen Ramsey in that game. I saw Allen Robinson, some of those receivers. I saw Akers and Henderson. Like they still have talent.
Absolutely.
And look, this, you know, they got to do better than this, man. It's frustrating because for them to have fallen off this far,
3-8.
That's the frustrating part.
3-8. You won the Super Bowl last year. I mean, I understand a fall, but my God.
Yeah,
that's like you can't get up. I slipped, I fall, I can't get up. Chicago, I'm actually proud of you guys, 3-9. I do still see potential for next year that you guys can get better. Oh man, this Mission Impossible, Sean. I think pretty much everybody on this list is probably stationary, except I'm looking for 2 miracles.
Yeah,
and Detroit is one of the miracles, and I think it can happen, but everything gotta fall into place.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I got 2 miracles as well. One I'll save for a little bit later, but Detroit, I'm with you on that. I just believe they can do it. Las Vegas and Cleveland. Real quick, Denver. Is there anything that they can do right now? Like,
No. Now I did see like the defensive player, coming at Russell Wilson a little bit on the sideline. But apparently they said it wasn't that. He was just saying we need to keep it going. We need to push. But it's looking bad. But the thing is, like I said, you can't do anything about it, Sean. You can't plan for the next 5 years, whatever. He's gonna make his money, and I feel like at this point, it's not Russell Wilson, it's the coaching because you're not changing your formula. You thought that your formula was going to work. It's clearly not working. You got to come up with something else. And I feel like you're still trying to push your agenda where you need to be conforming to what your team can do. Let's see what works for Russell Wilson to make it work. It's just not clicking on all cylinders. And I'm not giving Russell Wilson a pass, but I'm just saying I'm not going to let everybody blame only Russell Wilson. The coaching is the reason why it's not working.
Yeah, exactly. And they need to say that. They need to come out with that and not just blame it on him. Hackett is not the answer.
No.
You know what I mean? So they need to go somewhere with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to stick on this depressing segment much longer, seeing as my team is not on it, so it's not depressing for us. But we can look back. See, I once looked back over my life and see where we came from to get to where we are today. And I remember those days. I don't laugh at them. I say you too could make it to our spots. Let's go.
God, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna hear the end of it. I need Washington to start losing.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, and listen, you know what segment's coming next? What people said to me when we were 1-4 and I said we're gonna come back. What did people say?
That make me crazy.
Does that make me crazy? And I know off break, you guys know that my boy is crazy. I know you guys know that my boy has lost his mind. But but in Sean's head, it makes sense.
Yep.
And it's actually been playing up. So are we crazy? Sean, what do you got for your first Does That Make Me Crazy, man?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you followed Let's Talk Football, Big Nate Sports Talk, all the shows we have, a year ago, I came out and I said, before the Super Bowl a year ago, I said this team is going to make it to the playoffs. Now, through the first 10 games, it has not looked good. Hasn't looked good at all. But I still have hope, ladies and gentlemen. I still have hope. Watching how well my team has done coming from the ashes and rising like the phoenix. I have hope in this team. They got rid of all the craziness in their front office and their coaching staff. They got a new coach. They got a generational talent at quarterback. The Jacksonville Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen, currently sit at 4-7. But I believe, what'd you say one time? I believe. I believe. Yes, the Jacksonville.
You better sing, boy.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to win out, ladies and gentlemen, and they will make the playoffs. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's
Sean.
go.
Whoa. Yes, that makes you crazy. It absolutely makes you crazy. You know what, Sean? There are two teams right now that I feel like in my heart are the top premier of the AFC. There's the Kansas City Chiefs and there is the Miami Dolphins. And there's just keep going back and forth with, you know, who's the best. Everybody keeps saying Kansas City's the best because they have proven themselves. They are constant contenders and they're constantly making it to the top to be in the last conversation of the season. So I feel like this season is going to change some stuff up. And I know people ain't ready to hear me. People are not ready to hear me, Sean. But they're the team that's going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Woo!
The Super Bowl is what I said. I said the Super Bowl. So that means they got to beat a certain team in the championship to get to the last round. And Sean, I feel like this team who has been through this season, concussion, didn't know if your quarterback is going to come back and start winning, let alone come back and start dominating. Tua, Waddle.
Woo!
All my boys are coming. They're going to win. They're going to get into the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're going to win it, but they're going to take out. Tyreek Hill is going to take out that boy Kelsey and that boy Mahomes. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. The
Super Bowl.
The sleeper team who
Wow.
gave their top tier player away to Miami is going to go to the Super Bowl. I said it. I feel it.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, there it is. There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Okay. I like where you went with that. But I'm gonna go somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go somewhere that I got to do this for my baby because she's been struggling. It's been rough at the house. She did get to see her boy Kirk and his drip and all that stuff.
Getting the
grills, you know what I mean? And she was excited about that. But she's lived in some misery for some time, for some years. We talked about the paper bags. We talked about those dark days that they're kind of still living in. But they had and have for a good portion this year a number one ranked offense. They have weapons that can get it done. Even Nathan Snell said that Jared Goff could be a Pro Bowl quarterback. I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't do it.
I'm saying it. It's going to take to the very last week of the season. But on that very last week, after it's all said and done, the Detroit Lions will have the 7th spot in the playoffs. Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
Let's go.
The paper bag Lions.
Detroit.
The brown
Let's go.
bag Lions.
That was
That's going to the playoffs.
Let's go. Playoffs?
Wow, Sean. Wow, you really took it there. Okay. Since we're going, look, I'm on that bet. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for my last, does that make me crazy? And I do think this may be crazy, but I believe there's a team that is currently dominating. No, you may say, is it Washington? It's absolutely not Washington. They're not dominating me. I feel there's a team that actually in the NFC is dominating. You got to put some respect on this team's name. Eagles Eagles, Eagles, Eagles have been pissing me off all season, and they are just dominating. But you know what, Sean? There are 5 games left.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how many games I think that they will lose in the last 5 games? You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Does that make me crazy? I think that the Eagles will lose 3 out of the last 5 games to allow them sweet Cowboys to come on in for that number 1 spot. Does that make me crazy? I'm saying. Cowboys getting that number 1 spot, baby.
Okay, Janae, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of your medical bill. I'm gonna send the medical team to you. I'm gonna escort you out the house. Don't worry.
Let's go, boys.
Wow. I cannot believe that.
5. 3.
I cannot believe that.
3.
Nathan said Deshaun Watson comes back and Houston will upset in Deshaun's debut. Ooh,
I like that. That does make you sound a little crazy though, because I think Deshaun's ready to come and eat up. I think they're ready. But you think the Texans gonna win the game number 2?
They're just too bad.
I don't know,
Nathan.
Just
too bad.
I don't know. Why are you tasting yourself? Cut that out. I'm tasting it, my man.
Let's go.
Okay. And I had the audacity to believe Atlanta could beat Washington.
Right.
I had the audacity to believe that.
Hey, you
let
know
me
what's
down.
Funny? Right. Hey,
Anthony,
look.
you let me down.
Hey, you know what's funny, Anthony? If somehow the Buccaneers still keep losing, you guys can win and you switch spots with them, and you know who you play in that first round right now? You play Dallas. Ooh.
Come on,
I don't know
baby.
if you want that, Anthony.
Come on, baby. Keep on winning. Keep on.
I just gotta tell it like it is, man. I gotta tell it like it is. I'm sorry, brother. Yo,
oh man, I hope you guys enjoyed this. That make me crazy,
right?
Me and Sean same. We're saying.
Yo, we are coming to the end of the show, and we gotta finish it the only way we know how, with the longest running segment on this show, the Down and Dirty.
The Down and Dirty, man. If you don't know, it's our ending segment where me and Sean get to say basically what's on our hearts, what's on our minds, and we hope you accept it. And if you don't, just take it in love, because this is what we got to say, and this is how we end our show. So, Sean, what is your Down and Dirty?
Get out of your head. I am somebody, ladies and gentlemen, that is very in my head all the time. Catherine could be the number 1 person to attest to this, that I sometimes psych myself out of a lot of things before I even have a chance to get into it. A dear mentor of mine at one point, G.W. Urban, said, the worrying is worse than the doing. Get out of your head, guys, because I'm going to tell you something. You're going to miss out on a lot of situations. I did go and visit with family and some people in X, Y, and Z, but I had an opportunity to go and visit other family and be in a situation where at the time I was just going to be visiting with 1 or 2 people, and I decided against that. And then I found out that my brother came from Florida, the one who was in the Marines, and he was in Okinawa, and him and the family came, and then my other brother came, and all these people, and it was just a house full, and I missed it. And it killed me. And we ended up having a group chat on like a FaceTime, and everybody was laughing and joking. And I'm going to tell you something. I have never felt lower than when I got off the phone, because it was like, you don't have too many of these left. Like, you got to be honest. We're not going to have all these other opportunities. So don't miss those opportunities. I don't care what's going on in your head. And I know I'm number 1 person to tell you, I will just get in here and then I won't leave for days. And it messes with me. Things that aren't even a big deal, I'll sit here and it'll expand in here because I let it get trapped in here. Guys, go out there and do these things. Visit these people. Go, and even if it's just going to be, you're going to see 1 person, go out there and see them, because if you miss that opportunity, you don't know how many more of those that you have. And that feeling that I had after not going, I can't get that back. I can't get that time back. I can't get any of that back. So do not make the mistake I did. Get out of it. No matter how much you feel like you're trapped in your head and everything is stressed, get out of your head, take a deep breath, and go out there and do what you're gonna, what you're supposed to do. I was supposed to be there and I wasn't. Do what you're supposed to do, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want you to feel kind of the feeling I have, and God forbid anything happen down the line. I don't want you to experience that, and I don't want to have to. So
I can understand that.
Yeah, get out of your head, people. Come on now.
I like that. Get out of your head.
Yeah.
All of us can talk about that. We all get in our head about certain things. So, man, Sean, that was a great down and dirty, man. So my down and dirty this week, man, I just want to tell everybody, no matter how, sometimes we can get sad. Sometimes we can get sad about the situation we're in. I mean, whether it's the job that we go to or whether it's the life that we're living. But we got to remember that there's a reason why we're where we are right now.
Yep.
You never know by you being at that current job that you're at is helping a coworker, be a better person or helping the people around you lift you up. I had a situation at work where people really were having a bad day. Having a bad day. Every person, I try to talk to everybody at work. Y'all know I'm a talker. I love to talk to people. Everybody that I was talking to was having a bad day. And it just so happened that after I had a conversation with each of the people in their offices, after I left or when I was leaving, each of them said, "Man, Janae, thank you for coming to my office. You made the day better." And the thing is, your presence makes things better. So you may not be happy in the job that you're in right now, but there's a reason why you're in that job. You may not be happy with the circumstance that you're in, and everybody has low circumstances and bad situations that they're in, but you got to remember there's a reason why you're in that season, and trust me, it will get better. You are the light walking in a dark world. So you have to remember that when you start to let these stupid, naive things, you got to be grateful for what you got. You got a job to go to. So why not start waking up and be happy that you got a place to go? Because there's a lot of people that don't even have a job, but you can be a light to the job. If you feel like you got a negative boss, negative coworkers, why don't you go in there and change the atmosphere? Why don't you go in there and switch it all around? It could be because of you that you could change somebody's life. And you could be like, what? Change somebody's life. You never know what somebody is going through. I could walk into work and I don't know whether Joe Schmo is depressed, thinking about taking his life, but it could be by the fact that I came and talked to Joe Schmo and spent a little time with him, started lifting up his day, letting him know. And every day I say it's a good day. So when people ask, how are you? How you doing? It's a good day. Because the thing is, you got to claim the atmosphere you're around. So if you wake up, it's a bad day. If you wake up, I'm sad. If you wake up, ain't nothing going to get better. That's what surrounds you. That's what fills your head. That is your aura. That's what you give out. But if you wake up in the morning and say, today is going to be the best day of my life. Today, I'm going to try to talk to some people, to uplift somebody, give them an encouraging word, say hello. You never know. There's a reason why you are where you are. Don't take it for granted. Wake up every morning happy that you are alive. That should be the main thing. You're alive if your family's in good health and you got people that are around you that are good. Be happy for what you see that is good. Stop putting your mind off of the negative stuff. So I'm hoping that this message from me and Sean, basically get out of your head, stop thinking about the stuff that you can't control, and make sure that you make a conscious effort to make the right decision next time. Like Sean says, next time when his family says that they're going to do something, he won't even hesitate to be there because he's not going to want to feel what he was feeling before. And my bad. I'm distractions. I honestly feel that if you keep in the fight, keep telling yourself today is going to be a good day. Keep telling yourself that today I'm going to make the change. I'm not going to have stinking thinking. I'm going to be positive about everything that's going on in my life. And watch your mindset just start to be like, Wow,
Yes.
I feel good. I feel good. I didn't think I was going to feel good this morning, but I woke up. I told myself I was going to have a positive attitude. And when you get off work, you be like, dang, I really had a good day. But
Mhm.
you have to speak that into existence. So
Come on now.
remember, you can change the situation if you stop the stinking thinking. Think positive, think bright, and things good will happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love that. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yo, it
Let's
is
go.
always a joy to be on here with you. I can come into the show any kind of mental state, but I'm here with you. You got the blood. Look, you got the blood boiling. You got me flowing.
Oh.
Let's go.
Sean
Let's
takes me
get
to
it.
my highest of highs.
Let's
and my
go.
maddest of mads. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world because this show, this is what it's about, man. Football.
Yep.
It's about talking football, talking about it with my friends, people I love and care about. I love each and every one of you guys on the show, and I know Sean does too. This what makes our day. So remember, when you want to do something positive, do it. Let's Talk Football is a way that we can all come together on Monday nights or Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday during night football game. We got shows all over. Come and spend time with us, man. If you're having a bad day, turn on one of our shows, man, because I'm telling you, one of these shows is going to brighten up your day. And we're so glad that you decided to tune in with us tonight, Sean. I'm excited that they did that.
Oh, I love that. I love that. We appreciate all y'all listening. Real quick, I want to do this before we go. Janae, you know him. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Janae and I used to work together at the Christian Academy, Mount Pleasant Baptist Church, Christian Academy in Herndon, Virginia. I still work here. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I work on the Sexton team. Sexton, aka
Sean is a workaholic, man. That man work.
Hey, if there's work to be done, hey, that's where I'm at. Let's go. Let's go. But I'm one of the janitors over here, and I have to, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge, after 20 years, my dear friend, my mentor, my partner, father figure, Mr. Roland Aguirre is officially retiring. It is over. He is going to go back to Africa, and I just cannot. I am so overjoyed with emotion and everything, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, this man is literally one of the hardest working individuals you will ever see.
Absolutely.
A lot of times he's had to do a lot of the work, and this is not a small church, but he's had to do a lot of the work and putting things up and taking them down and trash and everything all by himself.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't complain. He'll talk to me about it a little bit, but that's just because we're so close. But other than that, he never says a mumbling word.
Smile on his face.
Moving. Yes.
I mean, just a great guy. Came here to change his family's life, and the kids are amazing. Doing so good. Oh man, just amazing guy, man. Shout out to Roland, man.
Let's go.
Congratulations for the retirement, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. And look, one of the reasons why I came back is that during the pandemic, I kind of stopped working here. I was just working at my other job. One of the reasons why I came back was because he told me he was going to go. And I knew what was going on here. So what I just said, I'm gonna work with you. My goal over these last couple of years, because he had told me, he said, I've seen a lot of people work with us. The late Antoine,
yep.
That was with us.
Absolutely.
The late Morris Robinson, that was with us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We've seen a lot of people that, you know, God rest their souls, went home to be with the Lord. And that is one thing that he said. He said, I don't want to die here. I want to go back home. I want to go back where I've been. He has done everything that he's asked to do. He is the epitome of the first will be last and the last will be first.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to tell you something. When we go visit him in Africa, this man is a king. Okay?
He is. Yes,
I'm going to his castle.
We all going, baby. We all going. Shout out to Roland, man. Congratulations on your retirement. That's a big thing. That's 20 years of great service. Absolutely. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. He's been there since the beginning too, man.
Yes, absolutely. So look, that's it. That's it for us. We appreciate you being here with us, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Let's go.
Let's get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I am Janae Struther.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football. We'll see y'all later. Next, guys, Monday. Tune in. Next Monday is about to be on and popping.
You already know what it is. Let's go. No, ain't happening. Ain't happening. Let's go. We'll see y'all next time.
hand up, left hand